let's continue talking about not Warhammer. Kind of. What is up, everybody, and welcome back to another episode of Toast Hammer, where today we are talking about Games Workshop's Forgotten Game. No, not that one. No, not that one either. Not even that one. We are instead talking about Inquisitor. Well, was it short-lived? I don't even remember. A medium-lived game that came out circa 2001 and that I was absolutely obsessed with for no reason. Have I ever played a game of it? No. But middle school me was so bought into the entire concept that I used my hard-earned allowance to buy this guy and a couple others for a game that I not only didn't play, but as it turns out, couldn't play. Today, I will be painting a Inquisitor scale Space Marine. You may notice that this is bigger than your average Warhammer man. These models are at 54mm scale instead of the usual 28mm. Now what that means is that everything is twice the size, and I think that is ultimately what led to this game's failure. But because painting is kind of boring, I'm just going to talk about the game Inquisitor while I show you my painting. I'll also be painting up a miniature for my latest Wrath and Glory campaign at around the same time, so you might see some peeks of that as well. So, Inquisitor was a game launched by Games Workshop in 2001, which I believe then led to the Eisenhorn series of books being started as a method of marketing to promote the Inquisitor game. It sounds a little bit backwards now, considering how successful the Eisenhorn series has been throughout Games Workshop's history, but hey, some things start in ways you might not expect them to do. Now, this was a true oddball departure in terms of the stuff that Games Workshop had usually done in the past. Not only the scale of the miniatures was different, the dice system was totally different too. It involved rolling 2d10s in a percentile system, and the actual flow of the game was entirely different of what you would expect from modern GW. It involved a game master and several players piloting one or a couple groups of heroes or enemies, depending on the scenario, with much more sort of role-playing like stat tracking and sort of story progression, gear acquisition, things of that nature. So why is it that this game isn't well known and well loved today? Well, I think the scale really is the primary issue. You had to buy a brand new model for everything you wanted to do with this game. And they're large models. They were probably expensive back then. They certainly are now. And not only that, but as you can see, they're all entirely metallic. I have, just to get to the painting for 1 second, and painting Brother Artemis here before he became Watch Captain Artemis, I have replaced his head with a 3D printed proxy because, well, one, I don't really like unhelmeted Space Marines that much. I think the concept is kind of silly. And two, I lost his head in the 24 years since I got this model. Probably closer to 20, maybe 22. His head went missing. And hey, some stuff, when it gets lost, it's just lost forever, and that was one of those cases. But back to the game. So you have your model. You have maybe a couple models. I think I have 3 in total, including one that I bought recently for around 4. But now what are you going to do with them? Because all your terrain is Warhammer terrain. And this game uses terrain for some reason. So not only is it a game where you need brand new models for everything you're going to do, you also need brand new scaled different terrain that you can only use in this game for all of your scenarios. And then when you're done with those, the terrain it cannot be used for anything else. There's no other game that I'm aware of that operates at this scale. So I think that was one of kind of the death knells of this game system before it even truly began, and why it didn't catch on with a much broader audience. For me, I saw Big Space Marine and I thought that was awesome. And I think maybe a lot of people did too, and that's why there was some initial traction. But let's get into the reason I couldn't play the game. The game was marketed for people 16 and up. I wasn't at the time, fully. That's on me. So I couldn't play. No, I'm just kidding. That's not why I couldn't play. I couldn't play the game because none of my friends had the models or interest. I was like, guys, you gotta check out this Inquisitor game. It's like Warhammer, but twice as big. And they were like, so? And I was like, yeah, you kind of, yeah, you got a point. Yeah. They're twice as big, and that's the difference. We had no one that wanted to be a game master, no one who wanted to buy the rulebook, no one who wanted to get anything even remotely relating to this game, except for me. So here we are, me with my small collection of Inquisitor models, and no game left to play. But regardless, I do think this scale makes for really cool display pieces, which brings me to why I'm even painting this in the first place. I'm doing this as part of the AdMech Discord's community event, Eternal Watch, where we're all painting up a member of a custom sort of Death Watch team. Now you may be thinking to yourself, Toasty, how are you going to put this guy in a Death Watch army? And, well, he's not in the army, he's just, I thought it would be a cool Death Watch model to paint as part of this event, and a unique kind of centerpiece. You know, Death Watch is currently my favorite chapter of Space Marines. If it counts as a chapter of Space Marines. That is kind of TBD, I think. But I like them. They're neat. And I like this guy too. He's also neat. And I didn't have any other Death Watch models to paint. And I had this guy. So I was like, you know what? Let me ask if I can do it. And they said, that sounds awesome. In the final photoshopped image, we'll just scale him down like 50% and it'll look great. And I'm like, sick. So that's what we're doing. But the cool thing about it is that this community is putting on this event. It's not even AdMech related. We're just a group of people that like to get together, make memes, and talk about our hobby and the stuff that we're passionate about, and paint models, and all grow together. Having a community of hobbyists is awesome. And if you don't have one, and if you're not an AdMech player, although judging by the people who watch this channel, you probably are. But we do have a Toasthammer Discord now where you can get together, talk about hobby stuff, goals, dreams, wishes, works in progress, and yes, memes. So feel free to check that out. The description is in... No, the description isn't in the description. The link is in the description. But absolutely no pressure to join. Anyway, I'm pretty much done painting this guy up, and he's looking pretty sweet. So let's get him out on a turntable and get some nice beauty shots as I present to you Brother Artemis of the Death Watch. Well, I hope you enjoyed watching this video. If you did, please give it a like. It always helps the video out. And if you thought this format where I'm painting but I'm not talking about the painting at all was interesting, hey, let me know in the comments below. Feedback like that is super helpful, because I think if I don't have any new techniques I'm trying in painting, you're kind of just watching the same thing every person does every time at varying levels of skill, and mine admittedly is not the greatest. But if you do want to see more Inquisitor content, maybe I have more models. Be sure to subscribe so you don't miss a single video, and we will be back to our regularly scheduled 40K content shortly, as the month is turning over, and that does mean something for this channel. But until next time, peace.